Welcome to another edition of MIW. Glad you could join me today. If you benefit from this video, hit the like and subscribe button and share it with a friend. Hit that like button right now. Well, you don't know if you like it, do you? Okay, let's go. We are in the book by Neville Goddard. He is a metaphysical teacher. He uses the Bible to teach from some of his best things. Don't be put off by religion or whatever. He looks at the Bible as a psychological drama going on in the mind of every man. And each of the stories are lessons, not so much to be taken as literal history, but as psychological situations which go on within the mind of man, which creates what happens in your outer world. So that's the way he looks at it. I'm not sure whether it really happened or not because I was not there. So it really doesn't matter to me. I find the teachings to be very instrumental in my growth, and I use them to create the life I desire. Anyway, so here we go. We are on page 5 of, which one is this? I think At Your Command. Okay. When the Bible is read in this light, you will find it to be the greatest scientific book ever written. Instead of looking upon the Bible as the historical record of an ancient civilization or the biography of the unusual life of Jesus, see it as a great psychological drama taking place in the consciousness of man. And I really tend to believe that it was written, as were some of the other books of the other great religions, to help us to navigate through this life, more so than to worry about the afterlife, or like we're just here to make it to heaven, or whatever your typical religion tends to believe in. But that's up to you what you believe. I'm not trying to change your beliefs. I'm just trying to show you a way that you can use your consciousness to create the life you desire. Claim it as your own, and you will suddenly transform your world from the barren deserts of Egypt to the promised lands of Canaan. Basically, what that's saying is you can transform if you're in poverty and want or in sickness. You can use these teachings to transform your world by transforming your consciousness and changing the way you think. And when you change the way you think, it changes your actions, your attitude, your personality, and then different things start happening on the outside. There's really no magic to it, although we don't really understand how it works. Everyone will agree with the statement that all things were made by God. Some of you might not agree with that, and some will. And without him, there is nothing made that is made. But what man does not agree upon is the identity of God. All the churches and the priesthoods of the world disagree as to the identity and true nature of God. The Bible proves beyond the shadow of doubt that Moses and the prophets were in 100% accord as to the identity and nature of God. And Jesus' life and teachings are in agreement with the findings of the prophets of old. Moses discovered God to be man's awareness of being when he discovered these little understood words. I am hath sent me unto you. David sang in his Psalms, be still and know that I am God. Isaiah declared, I am the Lord and there is none else. There is no God besides me. I girded thee, thou hast not known me. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. The awareness of being as God is stated hundreds of times in the New Testament. The awareness of being. What are you aware of being? Not what others think you are, but what are you aware of being? If you can change your awareness of what you are, who you are, then you can change your situation in life. Because what you are aware of being is what you're going to express in life. To name but a few, I am the shepherd. I am is what he says. I am the door. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am the beginning and the end. And again, whom do you say that I am? It is not stated, I, Jesus, am the door. I, Jesus, am the way. Nor is it said, whom do you say that I, Jesus, am? It is clearly stated, I am the way. The awareness of being is the door through which the manifestations of life pass into the world of form. What are you aware of being? Everything comes from you. There's no, although it can't really be explained how this works, there's no, how do I say, logical or scientific explanation of how this works, although every day scientists are proving what the ancients knew. If you research it, you will find that out, that matter is affected by thought. It's like many of the things 100 years ago or 150 years ago that we have today would have been thought of as magic or wicked or evil or from the devil, so they say. Okay, but we understand it today, like talking through space on a cell phone without wires, or even talking through wires. Before that, people were afraid of things like that because they didn't understand it. And there are many things we don't understand today. But just because we don't understand how they work doesn't mean that we can't use them. As I've said before, most of us don't understand how electricity works, but yet we make use of it. We become dependent upon it. Most of us don't understand what the wind is. I mean, we see what wind does in a tornado and in windstorms. We watch the leaves move. We can't actually see the wind. We don't really know what makes it blow. Most people don't. Although people that study the weather understand that more. But yet we see the effects. In the same way Neville talks about here, we can see the effects of these principles if we act on them. Consciousness is the resurrecting power, resurrecting that which man is conscious of being. Yes, whatever you are conscious of being is going to be expressed in your life. The rich man is conscious of being rich. The poor man is conscious of being poor. And until the poor man changes his consciousness, he will remain poor. As I've said before, think about what you are thinking about. You have the power to change your thoughts. But it's not going to happen overnight because you didn't learn to think the way you think overnight. These thought patterns are ingrained, are programmed into your mind. And who is programming your mind? If you are not doing it, if you're not putting into your mind what you want, then you are programmed by everything in your outer world. You got the news, media, billboards, everywhere. You're constantly being bombarded with a message. And the message is generally that you lack, that you need more to be more. You need more from the outside. You need to buy this, you need to wear this, you need to drink this, you need to eat this. And you may think that that has nothing to do with who you have become today. But these things come into your mind through your conscious. Some come in through your subconscious. You're not even aware that you're taking them in. But nothing is missed by your subconscious mind. Everything you've ever seen, heard, smelled, or witnessed with your senses is within you, although you may not have consciously recognized it. It's like where you're sitting right now, you're listening to me. At least I hope you are anyway. No, you're listening to me. Okay, there's all kinds of other sounds, lights, movements going on around you that you're not consciously aware of, but yet your subconscious mind takes all these in. It never misses a thing. If you were consciously aware of every noise, every movement, everything that was going on around you, it would drive you crazy. You couldn't focus on what I was saying. So you block out all these other things that are unimportant at the time. That way, you can focus with your conscious, rational mind on something, but your subconscious picks everything up. Everything that's ever happened to you, all of that is stored within you, even though you can't consciously recall a lot of it. Man is ever out picturing that which he is conscious of being. This is the truth that makes man free, for man is always self-imprisoned or self-freed. Everything that happens to you, you have brought into your mind. You may say, oh, well, I got robbed, or I got beat up, or I got this. Do you sit around and watch TV about crimes? Do you watch violent movies? I'm not saying you can't watch an adventure violent movie once in a while, but if you're constantly putting these things into your mind, there's a really good chance it's going to be expressed in your outer world. So that's why it's so important for you to consciously pick the things you want to be in your mind. You have to program yourself. And you can do that too. Everything that's come to you now, if you haven't been doing that, you have been programmed from outer experiences, outer voices, outer stimuli, so to speak. But you can make a conscious decision today to program yourself to become the man you want to be. You want to be a high status male, you want to be successful, you can program yourself to be that man through affirmations, visualization, and repetition, which when you do that, will eventually bring forth the actions in the directions of what you have been programming yourself to become. Doesn't happen overnight, but it will come to pass. Important to sit down and make a plan. Now your plan needs to be flexible, because you cannot foresee how the end goal that you want will come to pass. You just need to focus on the end goal and take the first step. There's no way that you're going to see every step of the way that it will take you to get to your goal. Like it says, I think it says in the Bible, and I'm not a Bible thumper, I'm not a religious man, but I find that to be a great work of wisdom. Okay, I lost my thought there. It says that, God has ways that you know not of. So the how is really not your business, other than to take the first step. Many people never take the first step because they can't see how they could possibly accomplish what they desire. Thus, they never do anything. For fear, you have to step out, as they say, in faith or belief, if you like. And then the next step will be revealed to you. Like this YouTube channel. I know nothing about YouTube. I know nothing about social media. I've learned most of it from my kids, and I'm still learning. I just a couple days ago learned how to do a video by myself, how to make the thumbnail, how to put hashtags on it, how to post it, and that was all new to me. But there's a certain joy in learning that gives you a feeling of satisfaction. And there's fear in everything that you try that's new. So you have to just step out and face that fear. Fear is the killer of more dreams than anything else. Fear. Fear that I won't be able to do it. Fear that if I do it, it won't work out. Fear, fear, fear. It's a constant companion. I don't care how successful you are, it's always going to be there. What is the difference between a hero and a coward? They both feel fear. The coward runs in the other direction. The hero faces his fear and moves ahead. Hey, that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining me. I hope this has been of value to you. If you'd like to get my help personally, you can email me at marksinspirationalguidance@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram at Mark's Inspiration. And my website got compromised, so I'm working on a new website. Soon I will have that link up. And share this with a friend. Smash that like button. Thanks for being here. Have a great day.